Hey everybody, it's Coach Rema, and I am excited for today, right? I would like to talk to you guys about one of my favorite books in the whole world, and it's by Wallace D Wattles called The Science of Getting Rich. And I want to just talk about some takeaways from that. Today we'll be focused on one out of the four takeaways that I have put together, and I was like, oh, this is nice, right? So the first is directing your thoughts. Okay, directing your thoughts. Thought is the only power which can produce tangible riches from the formless substance, right? The stuff from which all things are made is a substance which thinks, and a thought of form, and this substance produces the form, right? I know that sounds like a lot of back and forth, but I got you. Let me break it down. The science of rich starts with our thoughts, like how we're thinking. Thoughts lead to feelings, feelings lead to actions, actions lead to results. Many people are meant to know this principle, but they don't realize the power of their thoughts. What thoughts are you holding in your mind right now? That's a real question, right? So when I think about this and I think about what my tomorrow might look like and what my future look like, I like to create this person I've never met. Back in 2014, I was in college and I had started my first semester. I knew nothing, right? And what I realized was that I was excited for who was coming. I knew I was going to stick through it. I knew I was going to graduate. I knew I was going to get to the next level, but I was excited for who was coming. So what I did was I started talking to myself. Like, and it's weird because I wrote it on Facebook. And Facebook back then to now, right? Now we have these memories that pop up. So I remember in 2019, I found this post from 2014 that said, "Oh my God, I can't wait to meet you." Right? It said, I am in school. I just passed my classes. I've gotten all these A's because I did. My first semester, I killed it. I was so excited. And it didn't keep up for a little while, but it's okay, right? This is realness. And I was like, well, I'm happy that I, I'm happy that it started and I'm happy to meet you and I can't wait to meet you. I'm doing this for us. Blase in the third, 2019 came and I'm reading this and I graduated that year and I'm like, oh snap, she was talking about me, right? So all that year I realized, let me talk to my 2020 self, right? Not knowing that we was going to go through this big pandemic or whatever, but I felt like everything that was happening, maybe I needed to give advice to that person because that person might be also going through the same thing, me not knowing who she is. So in 2019 I intentionally wrote to my 2020 self and I knew she was coming, so I talked to her, and every time something was going on with me, I'd open Facebook and I read this message from this person in 2020, 2019. And it hit. It just kept hitting, kept hitting. I said, all right. Now, every time I read something from the previous years, I started taking it and I started writing to somebody else in the future. And I called her the doctor. And I'm like, doctor, this is a good book. She's a writer. I'm not a writer. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a video, person. And it was like, this would be a good book, Rema. This would be a good book, Doc. This would be a good book. Every quote that the old Rema wrote, this would be a good book. So let me tell you what I was doing. I was creating a world that I didn't know existed. I was creating whoever this woman is, this powerhouse, how she was going to be, everything, right? When I ran across these books, and especially this one, who was this person that I couldn't wait to meet? She was educated. One of the things that I started playing around with because I wanted to live in abundance of financial, right? Like I wanted to have a abundance of money. So I said, what is it that she would do that I don't do? What is it that she would do that I don't do that will make me even more money, right? She would tell the universe that she has enough, so much money that she actually tips. So I started tipping like the Chinese restaurant delivery person, the pizza delivery person, the cabs. I'm tipping people holding doors. I'm like, I have so much money, I could give it away. Right? So much money, I could give it away. And I started working on who this person is, right? I'll tell you, about 4 years ago to today, I was a comedian. I was like, I'm going to be a comedian. I'll be the best comedian there is. I'll be the flyest comedian there is, right? And then all of a sudden, there was a big pandemic, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to be a community leader. But I'm not going to be just any community leader. I want to be the community leader that finds out what's going on and bridging the gap between the communities. And I joined this team, and I was like, what would it look like if I ran this program? Because I hate how other people are running it. I don't care if they watch this or not. And I started visualizing what that looks like to run it. And I started just keeping that in my mind. Like, if I ran it, I'm going to do this. If I ran it, I'm going to do this. If I ran it, I'm going to do it this way. If I ran it, I'm going to do this way. If I did it, I'm going to do it this way. And the people that was around me at the time, they were my friends and close. And it was like, and they was a part of that program. And it was like, yeah, you got it, Rema. You can do it. Maybe one day, right? And then I came across this book. I read this grant writer's book. And I wrote a grant for $1.5 million. I was like, oh, snap. And I became the program manager of that program. A big highlight of my life, because that's what I saw that, right? I saw that. I graduated in 2019. 2020 came in. I'm a community leader. Here we are 2.5 years later, flying through everything because I kept just visualizing this powerhouse, and that was it. And now I'm here teaching others how to become powerhouses. And when I tell you it starts with a thought, it starts with a thought, right? Because this line is really serious, right? Thoughts lead to feelings, right? Feelings lead to actions, and action leads to results. So let me put this like this. In the world, there's so many problems that people have, and only a selective few have solutions to specific problems. So maybe something is annoying you. This is just a token. Maybe there's something that's annoying the crap out of you, right? Right now you're annoyed. And whatever that thing is that's annoying you, you have strong feelings towards it, and you wish there was a solution. And then you created a solution, and you're thinking about the solution. And then as you're thinking about the solution, those solutions become actions, because now you're telling people about it, you're talking about it, and you're like, nah, if we just did this, if we just did that, we just did this, we just did that. And then all of a sudden, lo and behold, you become the way. You become the way. Because of all the stuff and crap you went through, you become the way. You become the light for other people. You become that. So use your thoughts to create in such a way that the world that you want to exist may not be here right now, but like reach out and get it. That's what I call it. Reach out and get it. So here's some tips on how to do that, right? Usually you're supposed to close your eyes and all other stuff, but I'm going to tell you something different. I'm going to tell you, use your imagination and create something out of your imagination, right? If you're not happy with how things are, imagine it to be different. Sit back and be like, you know what? I want my bank account to say $10,000 without me owing anybody. And what would that look like? How is that designed? What kind of job would I have that? What would have happened in my life for me to be that comfortable? Am I good with my finances now? Am I disciplined with my money right now? If you want to lose weight, similar to myself, right? I just started my little weight loss journey, so hopefully you guys will follow me, right? So until I lose all my weight, got it? So imagine I want to lose weight, and I'm thinking like I want to lose weight, I want to lose weight, I want to lose weight, and I used to crave my weight loss journey. I craved it. I can't wait to be on my weight loss journey. And if you ask me, I'm always going to be on a journey. So I decided I don't want a weight loss journey. I want a weight loss testimony, because testimony means that I done passed it. I went past the test. So now I visualize this smaller me, this person that is probably a vegan, work out all the time, hit the gym. I'm visualizing her discipline, right? I'm visualizing her schedule. Then I started playing with her schedule and playing with the discipline, start writing out my calendar, start putting these things down. And I'm like, oh, snap. This is how I become her. So to everybody that's watching, thank you for watching. And I hope that this helps some folks. And yeah, welcome to my channel. Again, your thoughts is things. It's a substance. So create, and be great. I'm your coach, Rema the Great. And I'm out. Deuces.